All right. Welcome to the Mad Podcast. I believe this is number 5. And so we're all gathered today on Valentine's Day. And we're taking the opportunity to talk about our compliment booklets. We'd like to actually share what our compliment booklets are and where we're at right now. All right, we're going to start with Avonlea, and then if anybody else wants to add, we can certainly have you have your voice as well.
So the compliment booklets are little pieces of paper that we wrote to a specific person. We got this big piece of paper with people's names on it, and then we wrote compliments to them. And then Mr.C cut them out, and he took all of one name and then put them into, and then stapled them together, and then made them into a booklet.
And I'll add to that, I'll call this a labor of love. It takes a little bit of time. I was doing this yesterday evening as I was watching the Olympics, but I love doing it. It took me about 3 hours, but I absolutely love doing it. And Kai, my 8-year-old, enjoyed looking through your compliment booklets as well and seeing all the nice things that everybody had to say. All right, so Avonlea, thanks for explaining the process. So what happened today, guys and girls? Jack, what happened?
We came into the classroom and we saw our comment cards on our desk, and Mr. C just gave us some time to read them out, and it was pretty awesome. That's what kind of happened. And then
okay, let's stop there for a second. I heard Jack say pretty awesome. How did you feel? In a word, how did you feel when you started reading through your compliment booklets? Troy, do you want to share a word? Kaya, one word.
Happy. Shocked.
surprised,
Thankful.
appreciated,
Excited.
Alex?
good, grateful,
Aiden?
thankful.
And I felt privileged just to simply watch all of you experience the pure joy of kind words. And you know what it made me think? It made me think, what if everybody spent more time sharing kind words instead of mean and hateful words? I think you boys and girls are the example and can set a really good example for adults and the importance of and the value of kind words. All right. So after we did that, what did you do next?
Well, we did O Canada and a prayer after, but then we reflected on our compliment books and what we liked about it and what stood out for you. And then after that, we wrote a thank you note to everybody in the class.
Okay. So let's talk about your reflections. You took some time to reflect on your compliment booklets in your learning log. Would anyone like to share anything that you reflected on, or a takeaway, or a highlight?
Well, one of the trends that I found in my compliment book was funny and smart. I even counted out how many times somebody said smart, intelligent, or I'm good at math. I got 10. I don't know.
Did those trends surprise you, Chase?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Now, were there any words that did surprise you, that told you a little bit more about yourself that you didn't really expect to see?
I would have to think about that more and look through my compliment book a few times.
Okay, so you learned a lot about yourself that you already know. It just kind of reinforced the fact that you're funny and that you're smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody find a word that really kind of surprised them, or was a word that they didn't expect to see? Okay. Jack?
Adventurous.
And why didn't you expect to see that one?
I don't know. I just didn't really feel that I'm that adventurous.
Okay.
I feel like I'm more athletic.
All right. Thanks. Okay. Any other reflections that you'd like to share? Chase talked about trends. Raven.
Like some of the compliments that words I noticed that surprised me also were organized, because I'm not the neatest person in the world. Yeah.
So interesting. So maybe someone who saw you as organized might respect the fact that you're more organized than they are. And so it's simply a recognition of something that you do quite well, and maybe it's something that somebody else is working on. You never know. Did you know who gave you these compliments, boys and girls? Wait. What are you thinking here? Like, when you read through your compliment booklets, did it say, "Dear Robert, I think you are," and it gave your compliments, followed by their name? Robert did. So Robert's shaking his head. No. So generally, how did that make you feel, having anonymous comments? Maria?
Well, actually, I got a compliment that I really, really liked, and I figured out that one of my friends did it. And that made me really, really happy. I also found some other ones that said, "I'm also organized," same as Raven. I didn't really know that I was. I'm also a really, really, really good friend who got about 8 of those compliments. So that made me really happy.
Okay. Sasha?
I know people might have a favorite compliment, but I do. But the fact that I say I don't is because I love everyone's compliments. I don't want to be like, oh, I just like this one, I don't like the others, because I feel like everyone put effort into that. I really like everyone's comments. I think everyone did a fantastic job. And yeah.
And you know what? I honestly don't have a favorite compliment either. But it's the value of kindness, and it's the value of doing something for other people that is really important to me. Okay. And then there was Avonlea, who came in today with a special Valentine for me. That was just a little bag with some saltwater taffy in there, and says, "You make a difference every day." Okay. That's appreciated. Okay. But so are all the kind words that are said to me on a daily basis. And I can honestly say that I really feel privileged to be able to experience this with you and to learn with you, because as you're learning about yourselves, I learn something more about myself every day as well. Okay. Anybody else like to add anything? Any questions? Next steps?
Well, about the compliments, really. Well, I felt like it was really nice how it was anonymous, because I think that it would be also really nice if you knew who gave it to you, but then you didn't. So it was kind of you didn't really like one better because you knew who wrote it to you. You kind of liked all of them the same. But I think that if you if someone wrote their name on it, then you'd like that one better, because oh, look, it was my friend, but then this one doesn't have a name, so I don't really like that one. But then when you didn't know who wrote it to you, they all were really kind, because even if you weren't best friends with someone, it still made a difference in your day.
Thanks for sharing that, Avonlea. And I can tell you that I have compliment booklets in my desk. I've kept every one, and I have probably 15 different compliment booklets. And it is special to me to look back and think, I'm not really sure who said that, but it makes me appreciative of all of those kind words that people have said. would anybody, so the last thing, like Ali said, is it's important. After someone does something nice for us or says something nice, it's important to say thank you as well. So because our booklets are anonymous, we didn't write individual thank yous. We wrote a thank you to our classmates. Would anybody like to simply read their thank yous? Ocean, would you like to read yours?
Thank you very much for all the compliments and nice things. I was super excited to read them all, and they're all amazing. So thank you very, very much. I hope you all loved your compliment booklets.
Thank you. Katie, would you like to read yours? Come on. Just putting some people on the spot now, and that's okay.
Thank you, everybody, for giving me this compliment booklet. It made me feel really happy and excited. I learned a lot from you guys. Thank you for letting me feel this way. Thank you for letting me have a really first nice Valentine in Canada. Sincerely, Katie.
That's good.
That's good. Wow.
That's good.
Whoa.
That's good.
You gave me goosebumps there, Katie. Okay, Maria.
Dear classmates, thank you for all the things you wrote. I love them all. They mean a lot to me.
And Davin
Thank you for making me feel happy, appreciated, and loved. I wish I could know who wrote each one of them and say thank you individually, but I can't. So I'm saying in this note, thank you very much.
Tanner, would you like to share? That's okay. Anybody over here? Aiden? Aiden's passing. Okay, and we have the freedom and the power to pass whenever we want, and that's okay. We have to feel comfortable sharing whenever. Okay, there's no pressure. We're just simply having a conversation. Okay, Robbie.
Hello, friends. I hope you know that I love your compliments. Why? Because some of them caught my eye, and I'd like to thank you for saying all those nice, kind, and friendly things. Even though some of them I really like, I like all of them equally.
And let's finish with Jordan.
Thank you for the nice compliments. They are really thoughtful and really nice and kind.
And so I tweeted just to finish. And I tweeted kind of on behalf of the class. It was really nice to see everybody appreciate all the kind words said about one another. And wouldn't it make the world a better place if we focused more on saying kind words than hurtful words? And then so finally to finish, I think each of you made a difference for one another, and that's what it's all about. Let's finish. Lead it out.
Bye.